Did you see the data showing that women don't have kids? Gen Z Democrat women ranked having children as the least important in being successful. And now we have this from the post-millennial. Spike in college students launching OnlyFans to earn cash on campus. Wow. You know, it's funny. I point out that these strip clubs are going out of business. Near us, we have gentlemen's clubs. And it's funny because the signs, it'll have like a brand name. It'll make someone up. It'll be like Ricky's Gentlemen's Club. Except there's a big white slab right over the word gentleman. So it says Ricky's Big White Bar Club. And you're like, what's that club? When you go inside, you find beer, booze, slot machines. Young people aren't going out anymore to strip clubs. Why? OnlyFans, baby. Not only that, but the boobs are free online. And anybody stupid enough to pay for this, I'm going to say it again. Guys, I hope you hear me. Every single one of you who pays for OnlyFans, you're a pathetic loser. And I'm you know why? Because AI videos are free and easy to make. And, well, I suppose if you want to get naughty with it, those are usually paid services, but I actually wouldn't know. All I know is that ChatGPT costs money, and even they won't make naughty images, so fine. But you know what? You can find all your naughty images for free. And if you, like, I'm going to tell you this, a lot of these girls, you're not even talking to them. No, it's a dude typing away, getting paid minimum wage as you're giving this lady money. Stop enabling this. Whatever. Here's the story from the post-millennial. As college students are headed back to school this fall, a trend has been popping up with more and more students looking to make some extra cash using OnlyFans. The platform allows for users to create adult content and then have people pay a subscription fee to see it. The platform has increasingly been a way that college students are earning extra money as they're in school. More and more people aren't getting married. Rock Jacobs told Fox News. Jacobs is the director of a documentary about how OnlyFans is sweeping across college campuses called Lonely Fans. More and more aren't having kids. Oh, dude, I just love this. Guys, you know, I'm going to say it, slut shame. There's this really funny video of Myron Gaines, and some woman asks him something about, I can't remember what he says, but he was like, only women can be sluts. Men can't be. They're slut makers. And all the men are like freaking out. Now, I'm not saying go the Myron Gaines route, but what I am saying is it should be shameful to be a degenerate. Shame is a good thing, okay? If somebody wants to do something harmful to them and society, we say bad. Why? Why is shame a good thing? Because we are a social culture. We are a social species. We survive through cooperation. Shame is a component by which we say what you are doing is a threat to the entire social group and social order, which can cause our downfall. So if you see someone trying to like eat food off the ground with a dog mask on or whatever, you shame that. If you see someone committing a crime, you shame that. And when women in college campuses want to sell sex, you shame that. You do. And you say, it's a bad thing. I'm not going to, don't hang out. What do they call a mattress actress? Don't hang out with these people. Don't do it. Say, nah, I don't want to be around you. Because there's got to be some limit. So here's the issue. Men enable this. I'm not blaming the ladies. There are more guys paying for it than ladies doing it. And the guys that pay for it, you are worse. You are worse. It's one thing if someone does something bad, but they can't keep doing bad things. I'll put it like this. A guy who robs a bank, he's doing a bad thing. And the money from robbing a bank sustains his ability to do it. We say that person's a criminal. Now imagine if there was somebody who stole a priceless artifact from a museum that he couldn't really sell it. We'd say, okay, it's a bad thing, but that's not sustainable because he's got to fund his life and eat food and pay for shelter somewhere else. That's why you don't often get crimes like that. What if there was a wealthy person who was paying criminals to commit crime? I'd argue that's worse. We'd call that a kingpin or a mob boss because the resources allotted to the criminal to commit the crime come from that person. So to all of you, I'm not saying it's a criminal to be an OnlyFans, but to all the men out there paying women for OnlyFans, they would stop doing it in 2 seconds if y'all stopped paying for it. So get your rocks off by looking at the free stuff on the internet and stop enabling this and making degenerate whores wealthy. They're hookers. It is bad for us. It is bad for society. It's bad for kids. It is bad for college. And guys are paying for it. So I'm going to say it again. I blame the guys. I blame the guys more than I blame the women. They say since the pandemic, there's been an increase in traffic to the porn subscription site. Isn't that so sad? OnlyFans was supposed to be like Patreon. It was supposed to be, set up an OnlyFans. And if you're a fan of my video game playing, you can buy premium content. And then it turned into porn. And the guy who made it was like, we got to get rid of this porn. And there was a revolt. And the investors were like, why? We're rich. They're all scumbags. You are all evil people. Degenerate. Anyway, it's a payroll system. Jacob added in his comments. And what creators have been able to do is use sex to prey on lonely people. And because of technology, anybody can have payroll. And the worst thing is, it's the worst women who are getting rich from this. And guys, you are paying for it. I'm going to say this again to each and every one of these guys who's paying for it. You are paying for BLM. You are paying for wokeness. You are paying for all of the disgusting degeneracy in video games and movies. The entirety of the culture war. I'm going to tell you this. We fought a culture war. We are fighting for a strong society. We are fighting for truth, for justice, for peace, for stability, for a good life for everybody. And every guy who pays for OnlyFans is burning this country to the ground. I'm not going to pretend like OnlyFans is the worst thing. I'm not going to pretend like OnlyFans is causing all the problems. I'm saying it's a component of it. And you are enabling these feminist degenerates to put forward, to live a life and put forward money towards these causes. Stop doing it. Stop. Get a job. Tell people that. It is, you know what, man? The journey of 1,000,000 miles, 1,000 miles begins with a single footstep. And you might be saying, even if I stopped paying for it, other people will. So what? Don't be a drug addict because other people are drug addicts. Jacobs added that with adult content, those getting paid can make money very easily. There's some people, there's some people that really need money. And this is such an easy way to do it. It comes quick and you will make money. However, by creating adult content, students are at risk of putting career prospects in jeopardy, as well as hurting their own reputation. I'm going to tell you this. I would never hire somebody, never, who admittedly paid for these services or provided these services. I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it. Okay, I'll walk that back. I'm being a little aggressive. Somebody who has seen the light. I'm actually much more forgiving than this, so I'm just a little heated right now. But with all due respect, there are many people in my life who I have worked with who have seen the light and said it was bad and you shouldn't do it and I shouldn't have done it. And I respect that. I respect that. I always say this, you got to give people a path to redemption. So I got a little heat on that one. Path to redemption is always the way to go. If somebody did bad things, they were degenerate and doing things that were wrong, and they say, I'm not going to do that, I say, okay. You give them a path to redemption. Otherwise, the only direction they can go is the bad direction. So I don't want to be too absolutist. I'll be forgiving. If you did this, whatever, just walk away, man. Do the right thing. And I will say we are here with open arms to welcome you back into the folds of honest society. It's a sad thing. He says, I think it's become normalized. I've been working on the film since 23. And at the beginning, I didn't think it was something that people were trying to hide. Now it's something that people are proud about. He later added that he has overheard high school girls expressing interest in making a career of selling their body online with OnlyFans while he was at a protest in California. There were girls coming out of the high school that said, oh, what's wrong with OnlyFans? We're going to do that as soon as we turn 18. It has turned itself into being something that people want to do right out of school instead of picking a real career. And that means we are plagued by sick people who are encouraging and promoting it. And what do you do? Well, I'll tell you this, my friends. There's no easy answers. But in the long run, we win. In the long run, we cash out. Those that stand on strength, virtue, dignity, honor, you will win. Liberals don't have kids. They encourage degenerate behaviors that are destructive to society, and we resist it. I consider myself to be moderate and liberal in a lot of fashions, but at least understanding where the line is and why traditional values are important. Not all of them are good. A lot of them are. If we simply sit back, maintain our good standing, our virtue, and our honor, in 20, 40, 60 years, this will cease to exist. Because it can't. These behaviors result in degradation and destruction. They're not going to have kids. They're not going to have families. They're not going to have houses. They're going to be lonely and depressed. They're going to die alone. Welcome to the modern era, my friends. I'll leave it there. Smash the like button, share the show. Stay tuned. More to come. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you on the next segment.